So the Leafs play at friggin' 8 a.m., which is extremely early. um, but yeah, they win 4-3 in overtime against the Minnesota Wild. The Leafs were outshot 36-25. They were out hit as well, but the core four were on fire. The core five were on fire. I'd have to say, if I'd give a best Leaf and worst Leaf today, this morning at 8 a.m. in Canada. Um, didn't mean to kick it. I'm sorry. Uh, the best Leaf was William Nylander had a night, good night. Morgan Riley, he was the best Leaf by far. Like not by far, but he was definitely the best Leaf tonight. He looked real solid, like really good. Good play in overtime to get Willie the goal. I don't know. He was good. He was on the top of his game. Worst Leaf? Not because he was bad, just because I didn't notice him. Like I didn't notice him for the good, and I didn't notice him for the bad. I didn't notice him at all, and you want to notice him a bit. I'll have to say Domi. He's I don't know. He's just kind of invisible. Um, but yeah. So Nick Robertson had a little giveaway, and then the Wild take it the other way and they score. Like I don't blame Robertson for it, obviously. Like I wouldn't blame Robertson. But yeah, from Rossi and Zuccarello, 2 minutes and 37 seconds into the game, kind of noticed that Joseph Wall has a weak like high glove. Like that's probably where you're gonna score if you're gonna score on him. Like I don't know, he kind of gets scored from that like back left spot there, and it's usually beat over the glove. So he kind of has a weak upper glove. So if I'm, who do they play next? Chicago, maybe. I think so. They play at Friday, and I was checking. I was like, oh well, we're coming back from Sweden, so finally some normal times. I checked. They play at 2 p.m. again on Friday. I'm going to Ottawa. Like I'm not gonna be home to watch it, which sucks. So I'm gonna watch it later. But yeah, Merrill, he scores first of the season. Kind of want Wall to have that, but whatever. Leafs get a power play, and they don't really convert on it. They get a couple chances, but don't score on anything. Um, John Tavares rings it off the post, and Mark Giordano goes for it, and he actually hits it, and he was gonna score, but it bounces off of him, and that's the only reason it didn't go in, or else he would have had his. I think he has a goal. He might have two. So it's his second or third goal. It would have been his second or third goal of the season, but whatever. And then on the next power play, Morgan Riley gets it to William Nylander. William Nylander gets it to Austin Matthews, and Nylander kind of shoots it, and then Matthews on the rebound just kind of boom right in the back of the net. Matthews 14 goals to tie league leader Kyle Connor. William Nylander brings his point streak up. That's his 15th assist. He has a 17-game point streak, and we'll talk more about him later. Morgan Riley 11 assists. Like like I said, his best game. And then Matthews and Marner, like their line, the Matthews Marner line with Matthew Nyes. They're in. Giordano has it. He gets it to Marner. Marner with saucy little hands. Just a second. So, actually, this is pretty cool. It came with my signed Matthews jersey and tickets to a game last year in March of any game I wanted, but I picked that one. This is a game-used signed Mitch Marner jersey. Or jersey. Frig stick. It's pretty awesome, to be honest. But figured it would be perfect to show how Marner kind of did this. Mitch Marner, he picks it up, Ooh, I'm limited to space here. So I'll kind of hold it like this so you can see. He's got little saucy hands, and he kind of sauces it over to Matthew Nyes. And Matthew Nyes, on the other side, he's lefty, so I'm going to hold it like this. He snipes it, and I think it deflected off the Wild. I thought it was Matthew's goal originally. I'm pretty sure it did deflect off someone. But yeah. Quick little flex with the stick. All right, but we're back. Yeah, Matthew Nyes has 5 goals. Marner, 14 assists. Giordano, 3 assists. So, yeah, I was quite happy with that goal. No goals in the second period. Not really too much going on there. And, yeah, the third period, Morgan Riley gets a goal. Marner gets it to Austin Matthews, who gets it to the slot to Riley, and Riley, boop, boop, and it's Morgan Riley's third of the year. Matthews his, 7th assist, and Marner's 15th. So Marner's team leader in assists, tied with Nylander. And, everyone's talking about how Marner hasn't performed well. He's a superstar. And he has, how do I say this nicely? William Nylander's the best winger on this team. Nylander's the second best player on this team right now. It's Matthews, Nylander, Marner, Tavares, which Nylander makes not even $7 million a year right now. They're gonna have to extend him, and we'll talk about that after as well. But yeah, okay. So Marner needs a bit more out of him. He's good, he's really good. But that line can't have many off nights, and I feel like they have. And I feel like Matthews has had a couple off nights, if I'm being honest. And you say this when he has 14 goals in 17 games. He's been insane. What? He's on track for 63 goals or so. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, I do want to see this. So times 82. He's on track. Whew, I was very off. For 67 and a half goals. So 67 or 68 goals. And oh man, I love this guy. How did I get? Well, I've been very off topic there. Middleton gets a goal here. He was the next goal, and it's 3-2 Toronto. And it's a slap shot from Foligno and Eric's neck. And well, whatever. Kind of, I don't know. I kind of thought Wall was going to get this as well, but yet again, same thing. High glove. He's not really that good with it, but whatever. Matt Zuccarello from Faber and Brodin. Whew, messed that up. His 5th of the season. I mean, that was a tip-in. You can't blame Joseph Wall at all there. But I find after that Middleton goal, Joseph Wall decided to go, whoo! And he was amazing. In overtime, he made a huge friggin' stop. Someone, I forget who it was, he was all alone in front of the net. All alone. He had time. Joseph Wall, huge stop. He made a split save. I'll pull it up right now. Oh my God. He saved that? Human legs don't work like that. Yeah, your legs aren't supposed to do that. But you know what? His do. And that was a huge save. And then in overtime, after the Wall stuff, Morgan Riley makes a huge play. Huge. And he gets it up to William Nylander. And Nylander decides that, hey, I'm worth $11 million a season. Turns on the Jets. Of course he wins it. His 12th of the year. He's been so good. Actually, superstar. Yeah. Oh. I hope he signs for 10.5. I don't know. I'd sign him. I don't see how you can't sign him. You need to. You can't give this guy up. Like, I think you suffer the 1 year of the Nylander Tavares. Like, Tavares definitely makes too much, but like he didn't. Like I think he's worth the money if he keeps playing how he does, which he's probably going to. And then hopefully he signs for less once his contract's over. Like hopefully he resigns. He'll definitely sign for less, but you know what I mean? Okay, so the shots in the first period were 14-11 for Toronto, then 11-5 for Minnesota, then 13-4 for Minnesota, and then in overtime, 2-1 for Toronto. Obviously, Nylander's goal is the winner. And Joseph Wall, I thought, played pretty good. Nylander was amazing. Domi was okay. Matthews had a good game. Marner had a good game. Nyes had a good game. Jake McCabe hasn't been. What is it? He hasn't been out for a 5-on. He hasn't been on for a 5-on-5 goal in like 3. It was either 3 or 5. It was 3 or 5 games, which is insane, especially since he's playing on the right now beside Mark Giordano. Like, whew. You get a defenseman. That's all they need right now. That's all they need. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. Title's gonna be Stockholm Syndrome. It's pretty cool. I thought at least, because like, if you know what Stockholm Syndrome is, it kind of makes sense. Plus, they're playing in Stockholm. So, yeah, I thought it was cool. But anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, then clicking like would be great. If you really liked it, then it'd be pretty awesome if you hit subscribe. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.